and
we didn't want to risk his chance.
the way they had the TVs and stuff set up. We're actually headed back to my mother-in-law's
We
house.
don't want to risk his channel. And
You
y'all
know,
can't see him for a couple months on live streams.
it's freaking amazing because sitting here just watching the first series of Baltimore and things that I scream for.
They get it right.
First play, they come out, play action, naked bootleg. Naked bootleg means you've got everybody that's focused in like it's going to be a dive. You fake the handoff to the running back, and the quarterback keeps it, and he rolls out. He then has an option to run it, or if the cornerback, you read the cornerback, if the cornerback starts giving you pressure, then you go ahead and dump it off to the guy that he leaves. If he stays with this man, you run it. I swear I've called for play action over and over again. Their first 3 plays, they end up then doing another, they did like a quarterback draw on the outside.
Yeah, where he runs.
And it's just basically...
And they faked it to the running back, and they ate that up, and he ran on the outside. I was like, doing something different.
The thing is as you look at, see, everybody is, when you watch other teams,
especially Baltimore,
everybody is so more creative. And see, we get stuck. Here's the difference of Baltimore. Baltimore had Lamar Jackson, who was a running quarterback. You know, everybody last year, oh, you can't win with a running quarterback. You know, you got to have a pocket quarterback. But see, here's what Baltimore did that we aren't creative enough to do. And you can look around at great coaches. Great coaches figure out how to win with the personnel that they have. I'm sorry, I'm driving back home, so I probably have a bad signal here, and probably should kill the scream. But for those who are listening, here's the thing. Baltimore said, this guy can run better than anybody else, and what we can do is we can use his legs to help set up the pass. You're going to make people so worried about him running that they're going to be leaving people wide open, which makes it for easier passes. And they mix in the run with the pass. You can think back to Tom Landry. Tom Landry was very exactly precise, exactly the way I run stuff, but then he got a Tony Dorsett.
The Jets
figures.
Win that game anyway.
But here's the thing. When Tony Dorsett came around with the Cowboys, he drove Tom Landry crazy, because Tom Landry would say, you're running in the 3-hole, running over here on the outside. And he would say, Tony, what are you doing? The play's designed to go over here. He's like, but there's daylight over here. So I run to daylight. And so Tom Landry, it just made him crazy. It made him crazy. But he went to his offensive line and said, look, just hold up your blocks. Tony is a different kind of runner than what we've had in the past, and he will find the hole. That is where you take the talent that you have and say, listen, I can maximize this talent with this. Instead, we don't do shit like that. We are stuck on Stuba with Jason Garrett, who's got shit that is scripted from back in the 90s, and it doesn't work.
Not designed to work.
It doesn't work. You have to, you have to surprise people. You understand, the Wildcat. When the Wildcat came out, I'm not saying that that's the kind of offense you want to run, but it was something different than anybody had seen. Miami Dolphins come out, you got a running back in the backfield. What the hell is this? And it worked for a year. When the pistol offense came out with RG3, and Seattle ran it as well along with the 49ers, defenses didn't know what to expect. And it worked for a time. You have to innovate and find something different and new, a new wrinkle to change and evolve. And that's where Jason Garrett fails. He's too freaking stupid to be able to evolve and try something different, or take the players that he have talents and use those. You understand what I'm saying? Play action is the thing in the NFL. You keep defenses on their toes because they don't know, are you going to run it with Zeke Elliott? Or is the quarterback going to go ahead and make a move? And I'm not saying you got to run it all the time, but you have to run it enough that the teams don't know what to expect. If the Jets are going crazy right now because they don't know if the Jets, if Baltimore is going to have Lamar Jackson run outside to the right, outside to the left, if they're going to run it up the middle, if he's going to do a dump off, if he's going to go long. So they're guessing.
That's what you need to do.
When was the last time we had to, watching at home, guess what the Cowboys were going to do?
Maybe Dak Prescott's rookie year.
That's where you look at, you honestly look at other teams, and then you look at the Cowboys, and you're like, are we playing the same game?
I know, because the Baltimore's offense is not that much different than Dallas's offense.
You say, wait a minute. Where's our flea flicker? Where's our halfback pass? Where's our Philly special? Where is all of these things that give us an advantage? Because I just don't see any of these things. And it drives me mad. It drives me crazy, guys. You understand what I'm saying? This is where we use the things that we have. Our whole team is... Now, I'm not going to say... I'm not going to say our team is overrated. What I'm going to say is our team is not motivated. Okay? There's a difference between being motivated and being... You understand what I'm saying? Because I think these guys don't have faith in what is out there for this team.
It looks just like the Redskins.
Seriously.
You
look at them, they look like they don't believe in the system. And you can't tell me that all these other teams have more talent than the Dallas Cowboys, but what they do is they do things to get an advantage. Now, as far as our defense goes, our defense... I'm sorry. I love Rod Marnelli, what he has done with some of the defensive players on our team.
Yeah, but
the Tampa 2 is antiquated. It would be like us trying to run the flex defense now. It's just past its time. And
his whole can sniff it out.
Well, yeah.
They line up, and other teams. What is it like 10 to 15 seconds? That the quarterback can read the defense. What's going on?
Here's what I want you guys to understand. We learned by letting Tony Romo get the hell beat out of him for years.
And he was actually a good quarterback too.
You need a good offensive line. That the team wins from the line out. That you have to have dogs on the line that can block and keep your quarterback upright. We learned that lesson on the offense. Now we have to learn that lesson on the defense, because see, Rod Marnelli believes in having fast guys that can get upfield, that I can run around circles around the other guys, and that works if you have a Warren Sapp who's a generational type player in the middle.
We thought we got Warren Sapp, but he's not Warren Sapp.
Kristen Hill, sorry, he's not motivated.
The thing I don't like either is anointing guys a title when they haven't earned it.
But see, here's right. But see, the problem is. When you control the middle of the field, you control the field. When you control the line of scrimmage, understand, I need to write a book, but understand, I have been calling forever for a one technique guy, and I keep told you don't need a one technique. The Cowboys don't believe in a one technique guy. They don't have it. Well, and that's what I'm sorry. Yeah.
He's a dinosaur, and so is his scheme.
But I'm telling you, because everybody looks and says, well, your cornerbacks are trash, your linebackers are trash. But understand this.
I wouldn't say they're trash.
If you get a beast in the middle that requires double team, then the guards are not getting to the linebackers, and the linebackers are making plays. If you get a guy who can get a push in the middle, then the quarterback can't step up into the pocket, and your outside guys become more effective. If you get a guy who gets a push in the middle and can shut down the running game, then you don't get run on like we do. The key to end your woes is the big ass defensive line that shuts the shit down, but they don't believe in it. They're too freaking rigid with this stuff, and it drives me freaking crazy. Here it is. Play action people to death. They're going to key on Zeke Elliott. They're planning on stopping him. Get Dak Prescott outside. Ugh. But yet we just continue. Do the dive. First down. Dive in the middle. We're going to run Zeke up the middle. What is wrong with giving the man the screen? What is wrong with... How about this? Let's get crazy. How about the first play of the game? You go out, fake the dive, and go deep. Just go deep. Even if Dak Prescott sends the ball over top of the wide receiver for an incompletion. What that will do is the defense will say, oh, shit. They might go deep. We need to cover that. It stretches the field and opens up the field more because now we got to worry about that. Okay. There's no creativity with this thing. Scott Linehan believed in we just line up and we go a hat on a hat and we'll beat them. Well, teams have figured out how to beat you.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
It worked
when Tyron Smith could throw people with one arm.
Exactly.
But you don't have that anymore.
It worked at a time, but teams, like you said, figured out how to overcome it.
I see you want our old coach. Who wants our old coach? I don't want Linehan. Fuck, excuse me. No, I don't want Linehan.
Linehan can go somewhere else. Who wants that guy?
No, it's time to turn the page on all this old stuff. You need a different... Listen, everybody knows what the Dallas Cowboys are going to do. You need a change of philosophy.
You don't have to cheat like the Patriots. The Patriots don't have to cheat to play against Dallas Cowboys.
Urban Meyer is not going to the Cowboys. Every team he's ever coached had a complete control over everything. Yeah, but you never know. You never know, because Jerry Jones is 77 years old. 77. Now, I don't know how many years he's going to live, but I got to tell you, I can guarantee one thing. He's got more years behind him than he's got in front of him. And at some point, you got to start looking and saying, you know what? I want to get this win before I check on out. I think we need somebody to come in and put a foot in players' asses, personally, because when I see Antoine Woods getting busted for, weed.
We have that guy.
Okay. When I hear that your top draft pick is falling asleep in meetings and showing up late, and when I see a culture that seems to have stayed in trouble with weed issues and other issues off the field, that you need somebody who's going to come in and put a foot in the ass and who is talking about bringing Scott Linehan back? Why? Are you smoking crack? Have you been hanging out with Antoine Woods? Is that what it is?
Need Scott Linehan.
I mean, seriously, Scott Linehan, get out of here. Here, I'm gonna go back inside. I'm here at my in-laws. Let me see if the signal will stay on here while I go back inside. Oh man, and talk to you guys for a minute and catch up with the game. Oh, my body's hurting, y'all. Scott Linehan. Man, give me a fat baby break, man. Scott Linehan. Are you kidding me? Dak digged in as many holes in the beginning of games. He couldn't dig us out. Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Dak Prescott allowed the Bears to score 31 points. That's all Dak Prescott's fault. Yep. As he put it, Dak dug us in holes. I love that. Dak dug us in holes. Not our kicking game that couldn't get us past the 15-yard line. Dak Prescott. See, you're an idiot. When you say that Dak Prescott dug us in the holes, you don't know what you're talking about. I love that. Dak Prescott dug us in the hole. He allowed the other team to score all those points. Hang on, y'all. Whenever the Cowboys have a problem, it's always Dak Prescott did it. Dak Prescott couldn't kick the field goal. Dak Prescott, he ended up giving up all those points. Man, get out of here with that trash. Get out of here.
He did the same thing with Tony.
Signed Philly 500. He hasn't shown up for clutch. You know what? This is one of those things. Joseph, I don't know who the hell you are, but see, there's a full moon out tonight. There's a full moon out tonight, and I'm about to go off. And here's the thing. Huh? Yeah. I'm going to go off. Because if you want to say, oh, it's garbage time, because you could go through and say, you know what, Kirk Cousins, who is basically 500 for his whole career, you could say all the yards that Kirk Cousins ever made in his career are garbage time.
What about Eli Manning?
I mean, Eli Manning. I tell you what.
He's one game better than 500.
Yeah, you could say Eli. You know, I love it. You could go through and say Warren Moon. Oh, you know, the Houston Oilers, Seattle Seahawks, those teams weren't good. So you're going to say all those yards that they don't count because they were garbage time yardage? Yeah. Is that what you're going to say? How about all those years early in Peyton Manning's career where they weren't winning? Are you going to say that those yards don't count because they were garbage time? Get out of here with that crap. Get out of here. Because you could turn around and say, well, Carson Wentz, he's 1,000 yards less than Dak Prescott right now with a worse record. So you could turn around and say, you know what? Carson Wentz's numbers stink too. That they're all in garbage time as well. And his garbage time is losing to Atlanta, Detroit, Miami. I mean, get out of here, man. See, this is the straight up hate for the quarterback. He gets measured on stuff that nobody else does. Don't argue with fools. And when a new coach comes in, again, Washington Redskins were pretty much blown out all the time when Kirk Cousins was their quarterback. So, were those garbage times? Last year he was 7-9. Was that garbage time? Okay, how about Atlanta Falcons this year? Atlanta Falcons that got 3 wins and they're getting blown out. Anybody talking about Matty Ice's numbers those are garbage time? Only Dak Prescott? Are you telling me that only Dak Prescott has garbage time yards? Is that how it is? Is that what it is? Only. Because I love this. Here it is. Carson Wentz is averaging 6.5 yards per completion. 6.5. Is anybody saying he's a dink and dunker? Like they did Dak Prescott? Because they came up with that term for Dak Prescott. What's 505? Oh, this is not. I don't know what channel Fox is.
It might be. I'm not sure what it is. It's 5. Well, no, it's not 5.
I don't know how to use this control in here.
What channel? It's like you're all on the Spanish channels.
I'm on the Spanish channels. Okay, hold up. Hey, but
it's hard to see.
Oh, Univision. Okay. I'm on music. Okay. Okay. I want to get out of this. How do you exit? Okay. We're going to let Michael try to figure this out. And actually, I'm going to ready to go to bed. Yeah, Jeff. And what's your quarterback doing right now? You guys are kiss butt for beating the Giants. Oh, in overtime. You know, the same guy who lost to Miami Dolphins. So what's all that about? Dak is better than their team. I'm done with you guys. I'm done with you guys. Wentz is clutch. Oh my God. How many times has he been clutch against the Dallas Cowboys? How many times has he been clutch against the Dallas Cowboys? How many comeback victories does he have? Joseph, I'm about to go medieval up in here. I'm just sick of these freaking idiots that think they know football that just don't know jack. Wentz is half a season wonder with a free ring. I like that ham and jam. Have you taken a look at the Jets since Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold's got close to 100 QBR, and I believe that they've actually won 4 games. So as opposed to Miami Dolphins, as opposed to Atlanta Falcons, as opposed to the Detroit Lions, and as opposed to barely beating the Giants with a call, you know, in overtime. I won't exactly, if you were, I'd be honest with you. If I were you Eagle fans, I wouldn't exactly be pounding my chest like you'd have done something. Remember, you guys won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, so you guys should be up here, but instead you're down here. Freaking idiots. Dolphins trash. You have your popcorn ready. Man, I'm so tired right now. I'm at the point of just saying, you know what? Y'all have it. You can go ahead and do your circle. No, let me not say that. I'm just saying, anybody can lose to anybody, but just saying, it's not. If that was the only victory that the Jets had, then I'd say, okay, yeah. But I'm sitting here looking around. The Jets have actually done a little bit of damage, and I'm sitting here thinking about how Zeke Elliott, that there's 42 people in the NFL that have more 15-yard runs than Zeke Elliott.
You know what's sad?
42.
What,
42.
what about Lamar Jackson?
Oh, Lamar.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson has as many yards as Zeke Elliott.
He's about to break
running.
He's about to break Michael Vick's record too.
So, oh Jeff, don't worry about it. He'll get somebody.
Yeah, find somebody. I don't know what channel Fox is.
Oh yeah, I was happy. I guarantee you, week 1 through 3. I won't lie to you. I was happy as could be to see that offense just roll it up and the defense actually playing well. But I'm not giving up on my team. But again, you Eagle fans, you ain't got shit to cheer for either. As bad as the Dallas Cowboys have been, guess what? We beat your sorry ass. So, those who live in glass houses.
That might be enough to make it to the playoffs.
Right. That may be, exactly. That may be enough. Because you know what? I got to be honest with you, Eagle fans that are up in here pounding your chest, talking about Carson Wentz has turned the corner and he's clutch. You know what? I got to tell you, the Washington Redskins are actually playing better football than the Giants are. So don't think that that's a give me. Don't think that that's a give me because you struggled right there. And your receiving core, who's out there? I think they're ready to sign me up in Philly right now.
I wouldn't take it.
Are they taking people out the stands to catch balls? Because, you Eagle fans, listen, you still got to play the Giants again. You still got to play the Giants again. You got lucky this week.
They were actually trying to because it's probably Eli Mann's last game ever as a Giant. They were trying.
And yet we have the same record. But it's actually not the same, Jeff, because we beat you. We beat you. So we are a half game ahead of you. So if the playoffs were to start today, guess who's in and guess who's out?
Y'all have to win that, we have to lose
that. Yeah. So until you beat the Dallas Cowboys, shut the fuck up. 2 weeks will change. Yeah, I've been hearing that. Okay. We'll see. We shall see. Now, you know what, Jeff? Jeff, you troll. Win, lose, or draw, I hope you come back here with the same energy because I hope you're not going to be one of those freaking cockroaches that only show up when your team wins. Because, see, 2 weeks ago, when your ass was losing to Miami, you guys didn't show up and say anything. Now, did you? You didn't show up. Why? Because you're a cockroach. But guess what? During these 3 games that my Cowboys have lost, guess what? I'm a real fan. I'm a man, a grown-ass man, and I'm here. I'm here like a man. Win, lose, or draw. So don't be no freaking cockroach if the Cowboys end up beating your butt.
Ooh.
What?
So the guy catches a touchdown, and I think he got hurt.
Uh-oh.
Or did he drop it?
So,
No,
what's the score?
He got it. I thought he got hurt.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Jets ended up coming back and beating the Ravens on here? So that way we can hear people say, you lost to the Jets. It's like, oh, well, didn't they just beat the Ravens?
It's 7-13. So the Ravens haven't been able to do anything.
Well, I'm not saying.
This had a nice run.
I won't say, listen, I won't say that it will be an easy game. It's never an easy game playing the division game. But I got to tell you that the Cowboys actually match up pretty well with the Eagles. And the Eagles, as you know, listen, I will give Carson Wentz the benefit of the doubt because he really has one person he's throwing to, and that's Zach Ertz. The receiving core, whoever is left, and there's not anybody. Aguilar, huh?
He's not catching any babies.
Yeah, Aguilar. Yeah, he ain't catching no babies. And Alshon Jeffries, he's hurt too now, right? I mean, right now you're on life support as far as receiving core.
Lamar Jackson runs it again for the first down. Again.
What's the score?
13.
Well, say the Jets scored 7 on them. That's right. Your whole team is hurt, and hopefully the Cowboys will hurt their feelings.
It would have been a 3-point game if their kicker would have made that field goal.
Saints versus Ravens versus for the Super Bowl. That'd be an interesting one.
I want to see the Ravens and see who they play.
We match up with the Eagles because both teams stinks. Pennsylvania, Mark. Okay.
It's a must-win for the
Ravens. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Actually, I'm glad that Wentz has stayed healthy because, let's be honest, they play better with Nick Foles. Carson Wentz is like 11-13. I think it is. I think 11-13 the last 2 seasons. So, not real good. You can't say that, Carson Wentz is lighting things up.
Come on, Ravens.
Zero respect for the college football team in Pennsylvania. Carson, wait. Did you say Carson Wentz put the team on his back?
He did not.
Against the... Wait a minute.
No.
The fact... The fact that you had to have him put the team on his back against the Giants... Think about that. I can understand if he put him on his back for, against New England or something like that. It was the Giants. You're telling me he had to put the team on his back against the Giants? A team that we've beat twice? A team that hasn't won since when? When was the last time they won? Seriously. Barkley, their best weapon, admits that he's been hurt all season. And you're talking about putting the team on your back against the Giants? I'm sorry, that's suckage. You should feel ashamed that you had to go to overtime to beat the Giants. You're stupid, man. You're stupid. Come on, man. I can't believe the stupidity of you guys. Well, he put the team on his back against the Giants? Well, I guess the way to look at it is, he put the team on his back and beat him, unlike what they did against the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins.
Passing interference on the Jets.
Yeah, this game's over already. It's all we got. It's all we got, man. It's all we got. I like that, Jeff. I like that. Dak would have... No, Dak doesn't lose in overtime. Sorry. If the game comes down to that, Dak has actually been pretty clutch. Because you'll remember against the Eagles last year at AT&T in overtime. Yeah, we won that one. I'm with you on that one, Robert. I will take Dak over Wentz every day.
This game is over.
Is it 21-7 or 20-7? Yeah. Ravens TD. Our stink matches their stank. Well, we'll see. We'll see who stinks more.
So if they play New England,
I'll take the. Okay, I'd take a potted meat sandwich over Jason Carrot. Okay.
Because the New England have the tiebreaker. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Very easy.
Dak's number 1 in game-winning drives. Yeah. Ravens versus Cowboys Super Bowl. Yeah. Not this year.
No.
What? What happened?
I think they said it was an ineligible receiver, so I took back the
touchdown.
The touchdown.
I
was like, But I think they said it's first down, so. Well, they're replaying the down, which I think.
Holmes doesn't need. Mahomes has come back down to work. Mahomes has kind of come back down some since that injury.
Yeah. He's good, but he's.
How do I feel about the draft? We got to do a better job at the draft than we have the last 2 years.
Yeah, Tristan Hill.
The last 2 years have not been, and you can directly correlate the Cowboys not getting an influx of young talent for the draft the last 2 years. Yeah, we've gotten some starters, but you got to look at. I'm sorry, Antoine. I mean, Jordan Lewis, Xavier Woods, Byron Jones. Those guys are not doing what we need them to do. We need a better job in the secondary. Tristan Hill was a great pick.
No, he was not.
I'm not ready to go ahead and give up on him yet.
Yeah, but
because
he needs to do more.
Well, again, I think here's the thing: you've had teams that have looked like garbage, and then they change the coach, and all of a sudden they turn around.
Yeah, but
and I think that you will see that kind of a turnaround with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well,
I'm sorry,
I agree
the
team
has checked out. They don't work. They're not scared.
But Tristan Hill needs maturity. Because I don't think it's maturity.
Oh, I agree.
This is not there. Oh, they're fighting. Who's the flag? What's the flag on?
Yeah, we got Kyle Forbath for kicker.
Where's the ball?
No, they're about to go in.
Well, I know they're about to score, but I'm not sure what this flag is. Oh, see.
I think Bill Collier's been out for too long. What?
They got a penalty right there on so it's half this is a goal, which is probably the 1 yard line or less. How
about a different GM? Yeah, well, there's no point in even talking about that because that ain't gonna happen.
No, we have.
Jerry ain't giving up GM role.
Unless you want to say.
I pumped the brakes on that one because Todd Gurley has not had a 100-yard game all season.
They got another penalty, half the distance to goal again on the Jets.
You got an early Christmas present. Alabama's up left.
Half. Wait. No, it might be on Baltimore. It's on Baltimore.
How about Chip Kelly? Oh my God, Chip Kelly, really?
Half the distance to go on the half-yard line.
Really? Come on, gal.
Again, false start. Half distance to go.
Dre. Because we have no imagination.
The Ravens have imagination, and then the offense is not as much different.
I'd like Ron Rivera actually would like because he's defensive minded. Chip Kelly for what? Cheerleader? Bill Collier. I think Collier's not coming out. After he lost his wife and stuff, he kind of changed everything.
Yeah, it's a touchdown game. It's over.
TD. Well, y'all. I am going to actually. I'm tired. I don't know if you can see my eyes; they're bloodshot. Yeah. Trey Garrett for Bill B. We're gonna get embarrassed this Sunday. Yeah, man. I'm exhausted.
I hope we don't get embarrassed. If they don't win another game,
I really am.
Season, at least win this one. Do it for Joe.
Eric, you hit the nail on the head. We don't know how to use any of our talent.
Of course we don't. Because we have a dinosaur
Eagle fans
defense.
are proof that it's legal to marry first cousins. Oh, damn. Take a bye week. Nah, I'm not taking a bye week. Actually, we're going to have a nice, I know E2 is going to be in the house. We got to get ready, of course, in the following weekend. Joseph Heatherly will be actually in the house. And it'll be Eagles week, so we're definitely going to have to get ready for that. Oh, my God.
Are you serious?
Tom Brady is slowing down, man.
But see, that's the thing, though. New England knows how to use him, even though it's slowing down.
They know how to play defenses right now, is what it is.
Tom Brady is probably going to play this year, and maybe next year they're going to call it.
Is the team tired of being embarrassed?
They got another penalty.
Okay.
Got another penalty.
You can believe that one on Jesse. That's funny that everybody is always. We got to hold on to that guy because they'll go someplace else and win. New England don't seem to worry about that, do
they
they?
got 2-point conversion because of a penalty. This game's over. It's over.
North Turner.
The game is over.
Mm.
I'm rooting for you.
North Turner has been a great offensive coordinator, but he's not a great head coach.
My dude, dude on the sideline crying.
So 21.
No, they gave him the guy on Gatorade. He was over there crying.
Mm. ET will be over on Sunday. All right, guys. I'm going to go clean up and I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Thanks for being part of the Jobu Sports Report.
Yeah, this game's over.